Hi, I'm Farai, and this is the Algorithmic Cookbook. Today we're continuing to play the Human Resource Machine. Well, not really play, I'm just going to show you what I did. And there's a message here saying I'm hired in the thrilling sequel, which has something to do with 7 billion humans, I bet. Wow, I was right. I have this game ready, and I'll do it after this one. But for now, let me just show you what I've done. In the meantime, this is going to be kind of rushed, so bear with me. Alright, so let's get to it. I'm 19 years, and the last time, I think I finished 11, so let's go into 13. Remember I did 12 far another time ago, so equalization. The idea is to check if two things are equal, right? And if one of them is equal, then put it in the outbox and just get rid of things which aren't equal. Apparently you got comments, but I haven't seen much of a need for them yet. So anyway, so the way I'm approaching this one is I go to the inbox. Yeah. Go to the inbox, copy to 0, go to the inbox, subtract it from 0, then if what I'm holding is 0, then I would go to the end, but in this case it isn't, so I just go back to the outbox, throw away the previous one, and do it continually. And there we go. That's how I check equalization. It fit the size challenge. The speed challenge was a bit too slow. I think one theme in this game and in computer science in general is that things you think would be fast or, well, okay, better yet, things which are legible aren't necessarily fast per se. Like there are a whole bunch of performance hacks which look really ugly, so that'll be a theme throughout this game as well. So elevator and maximization room. And here I grab two things from the inbox and put the bigger one in the outbox, and if they're equal then I just do either one. And there's a new command for jump if negative. So what I'm doing here is I go to the inbox, I copy to 0, head to the inbox, I subtract 0, and then if it's negative, that means that I pick it up. I pick the number which was at the bottom because that was the smaller, because that was the bigger number. Because if it's A minus B, so we're doing inbox minus sub, which is our B since it's already there. If it's bigger, then it'll be a negative one. If it wasn't, then it'll be smaller. So then if it's negative, then I just get that number, which is already there, and then I take it to the output. And then I start all over again. So I couldn't copy it to 0, go to the outbox. And then this one is positive. So that means that the number we brought in was much bigger than the number which is down, so we just add it back to get the original number and we put it in the outbox, and yeah. And there we go, and pretty much perfect since we match the size challenge exactly with 10 commands or less, and the speed challenge at 34 steps or less. So that's some good work. Let's carry on. Trust me, that's as good as it gets for a while. So, sure, let's just watch this employee morale insertion. I'll keep quiet now.
And that, ladies, is how I saved a bundle on my long-distance telephone service. Back to work, everyone.
massive army of machines has surrounded the city. The machines are not moving, and they are not communicating. Local authorities are investigating.
Alright, so let's go to absolute positivity now. What this does is it only puts positive numbers in the outbox, and if it's negative it makes it positive. So what I do is that I go to the inbox, and then if it's negative I copy it to... wait, oh yeah, this is not negative. So it's not negative, so I just put in the outbox since there's no need to do anything. So if it's negative, like this number here, man, I really wish you could use your own test cases. You jump, it copies to 0, and subtracts itself twice, since I will flip the sign. And then just do that for everything. And we're good. Go. Matches the size challenge, 8 or fewer commands, but the speed challenge is slightly slower. So we're going to continue to the elevator into the most dreadful thing you'll see that I've done so far in the exclusive lounge. So yeah, let me try and make sense of this. So for each 2 things in the inbox, send a 0 if they have the same sign, and send a 1 if they have different signs. This is an exclusive war, and I'm sure there's a much better way of doing things, but let me just walk you through what I did. So, inbox, then if it's negative, which it isn't, otherwise I just copy it to this 1 space, and then I get something from the 1 space. If it's positive, otherwise I get something from the 0 space. So then I copy it to store it temporarily, then I go to the inbox, then if it's negative, which it is, then I pick something from 4, which has the 0, and then I subtract the 0 from 1, and that's -1. And then if it's 0, that means there's no difference, and that means I could just get the thing from copy from 4, which is 0, which is the case if they have the same sign. But since it's not, then we're just copying it from number 5 there. So super speed. Like, I know it looks ugly, but it works. I was just rushing through this. So yeah, as you can see, so 12 or fewer commands, we used 18, and the speed challenge is, yeah, it's practically twice as bad. Where we're supposed to do it in 28 or fewer steps, and we did it in 54. So yeah, we've got another video. Yeah, this game has a strange story. So this is where I've left off. And thanks for watching. I know it's pretty bad. It's not like I have anything better on my channel. So if you liked it, do all the YouTubey things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you didn't, just like twice, I'll get the message. Consider supporting me in the links in the description. And I'll see you next time. Cheerio.